Can you hear me? Or do I have to speak louder? Can you hear me?
Live from the Milton Theater in Milton, Delaware, welcome to the 4th Annual Multimedia Showcase. Here are your hosts, Willie Brown and Olivia Tenefos.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Multimedia Showcase Live. We're your hosts, Willie Brown and Olivia Tenefos, and thank you for tuning in tonight. Now, if you don't know what the Multimedia Showcase is, it's an event that we, the communication student, put together for you that displays the students' best work. Now, Olivia, could you tell them what they're going to be seeing tonight?
We're going to be seeing the students' best work in photography, advanced photography, graphic design, layout and design, podcasting, news and creative writing, and both intro and advanced video production. What else are we having here tonight, Willie?
Well, in addition, the Milton Theater will be selling snacks and drinks during this event. Now, guys, let me just be honest with you. The atmosphere here is electrifying, but it looks way better in person. It's not too late to come join us. Come on down to 110 Union Street, Milton, Delaware. Bring your family, bring your friends for this one-of-a-kind night. This event only happens once a year, and so why not be here tonight? Now, Olivia and I could both agree we need to thank a special certain someone who without their help, none of this would be possible. Olivia, could you tell us who that is?
We would like to give a huge thank you to Fred Munzert and the rest of the people here at the Milton Theater. The Milton Theater is going to be hosting over 300 events in this year alone, like comedy and live music acts. Yeah. So we're extremely grateful that they put so much time into helping us produce the show for the past 4 years. Now we're going to cut to a video that has a lot of behind the scenes of all the fun that we've had this year, so I hope you enjoy.
Stay tuned, guys.
I am your father.
You always want to watch the same damn thing on TV. I call this, I call that.
Howard.
Hey, yo, what's up, yo? That's good.
It is kind of done fine. So
Hey guys, my name is Braden Nosen and I'm part of the Communications Department. I've been a communications student since spring 2017. As of the next spring, I'll be heading off to the University of Delaware to continue my degree. As our host Olivia and Willie just said, here we are at the Milton Theater live at the most perfect location as we have for the 4 years in a row. To start you off tonight, I'm going to share with you some fun facts about history. Did you know that the Milton Theater was constructed in 1910 and has been home to many different venues? It has been home as a basketball court, a fire station, a social stage, and a community center. Also, did you know that in the 1930s, that's when it was most popular, when silent films filled the screen? Also, did you know, on Ash Wednesday, on 1962, the infamous Great Storm was one of the most destructive storms to affect the mid-Atlantic states, including Delaware? Luckily, here we are in 2018, we're having at the Milton Theater having the showcase for the 4th year in a row. Speaking about the showcase, here's one of our student ambassadors, Haley Miles.
Hi.
Haley, as you are graduating, what are your thoughts as you head off to Wesley?
I think that Delaware Tech Communications is a wonderful job, giving us an amazing foundation of all the skills we need to know going into the field, because we need to know how to do everything: photography, videography, news writing, all of it. So they make sure we know our stuff so we can properly build a foundation before we leave.
So who is one person that's played an important role to help achieve your success here?
Obviously, my advisor, Jessica Farley. She has always been very inspiring and been honest with her creative ideas, because you never know when you go to make a project what you're getting into, and you always need a plan B, and she's the first person to always offer that advice, as well as Communication Department Chair Rob Rector, who has also been very encouraging throughout this entire process.
All right, so do you have any advice to students now or even future students?
Don't be late. Teachers will know who you are. And don't procrastinate, because work will build up very easily and it'll fall out from underneath of you. And just have fun and don't be afraid to share your creative ideas, because that's the whole point of this major.
Thank you, Haley, very much. All right, so here we have a student, senior producer Billy Voges. All right, so as you guys can see, Billy's super busy right now producing our show, but actually he was occupied producing his own music video that he created in advanced videography. Let's see more what he has to say about it in this next clip.
Hi, my name is Billy Voges. I'm a communication student at Delaware Tech, and this is my 4th semester here. One of my favorite classes that I took here was advanced video production. What I really liked about it was how much freedom we got. We were assigned 3 different projects at the beginning of the semester, and we were just told to run with it. He gave us different filming techniques throughout the semester, and really we were just left on our own to do whatever we want. I really love that creative freedom. My favorite project that we did was our music video project, because I got total creative control over it. I just filmed a couple random shots, and I just played around with editing for a while, and I came out with something really awesome. And it was just from playing around with my computer, just finding different effects, and it was really fun to do.
All right, guys, I am here with Vice President and Campus Director Dr. Bobby Behrens. First off, I'd like to thank you for taking some time out of your night to come do this interview with me. Could you tell me about the impact this event has on the community?
Yeah, well, the impact is pretty big. You know, we are the community college in the state, and especially here in Sussex County, it's a pretty big deal. So whenever our students can get out into the community that we serve, that shows what the talent and all the skills that our students have. It's pretty awesome.
Great. And how important is this event for students in the communications field?
Well, I think it's huge, because it's an opportunity for our communication students to really showcase all the talent that they have. I mean, the photography, the podcast. I mean, this live streaming. This is pretty amazing, and this is all out of our community college students. So I think it really shows the community how Delaware Tech prepares our students.
And now, why do you think people should come to the showcase tonight?
Because I think it shows them how amazing Delaware Tech is. I think sometimes people think, oh, it's a community college. They probably aren't doing a lot of stuff. And then they see all these great things and they think, wow, these students go for 2 years and they come out with this skill set.
Yeah. And you were actually at last year's showcase. So can you tell me about some of the changes you see in this year's showcase?
Yeah, so I've been to every one since it started. I used to be the Dean of Instruction, so I've been to every single one. And I think the big thing is last year I remember we had some virtual reality here, and this year we have this really cool live streaming. So kudos to you guys, because to pull this off is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't easy, but it's well worth it in the end. Keith Mosher's photography students actually went to New York City this year for the gala to take pictures for you guys' photo exhibit. How'd they turn out?
Oh my gosh, they were amazing. In fact, our gala was just last Saturday night. We showcased them in a hallway so all of our gala guests could see them. And I'm personally a big New York City fan, so I loved how they captured the carriages and the cabs and all the architecture. They were pretty amazing. And again, another opportunity for us to showcase our amazing communication students to over 560 community members.
Now, while we're on the gala, how was the turnout for the gala? How was it this year?
Yeah, it was a sold-out event, so we're really proud of that, and I can't take much credit for that except for that I support my team. We have an amazing team, and we transformed the whole campus into New York City, so we had a Brooklyn Bridge, and we had a subway, and the guests really felt like they were in New York. And, of course, all the proceeds from that event go right back to our students.
All right, well, thank you, Dr. Behrens, for your time. Guys, don't go anywhere yet. We're going to take a brief break and show you Haley Miles' video about her favorite, or about Jeff Melvin and his favorite trips this year, and then we're going to be back with Leslie Mergner on stage. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Jeff Melvin, and this is my second semester at Del Tech. One of my favorite things about the communications department is probably the trips they take us on. I've been on about 3 so far, and my favorite has definitely been the WBOC trip. We got to see the live taping of the show Delmarva Life, and I just found it really interesting because it showed me the depths of producing a video in a news station. So enjoy the show, folks.
Assistant Dean Leslie Mergner. Now, can you tell me, what do you think about an event like this that showcases so many students and their work?
I think this is a fantastic opportunity and a showcase for our students in our communication department. I think they've worked hard all year long, so I think it's wonderful not only for our faculty and staff and parents to come out, but the community members too to come showcase and see what our students are doing.
Do you think there's a correlation between students' involvement in projects like these and the fact that it might be showcased like this?
I do. I think, it's wonderful to be able to see not only creative writing students come out, but photography students, to see them working together in the communications department. But also I know communications really takes a lot of field trips. I know they've gone to Phillies and IMAX, so all of those engagement pieces I think really lend itself to allow students to demonstrate their skills here at the end of the year.
I've personally been on a few of those trips, and it's really, I can attest to it being really fun. What are you most excited for here tonight?
I think for me, it's just to see the chatter, to see students talking with community members, for them to be proud of their work, for them to really showcase themselves and see the talent that we have out here. I think it's great to see, but I'm excited to see the short films that are coming up, and just that you guys are streaming live tonight. I think that's just an amazing feat from last year.
Now, for the viewing audience, how can you describe this room with all these people here?
There's so much chatter, so many smiles. It's great to see students just genuinely excited to be here tonight. So there's just a lot of activity and a lot of connections made, I think, between folks.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. I know there's a lot going on. Now we're going to go to a video about our friend Jackie Bailey, and she's going to be talking about her experience with the communications department. Stay tuned.
Hello, my name is Jackie Bailey, and this has been my 5th and final semester as a Del Tech communications major. I'm so grateful for all of the opportunities this major has given me. For example, I was able to attend 2 Phillies College Media Nights, and I was one of 10 students to tour the communications headquarters for the Discovery Channel. We built a really incredible resume throughout our time in this program, and we're given all of the tools that we need or didn't even know we needed to pursue our careers. I feel really lucky to have gone through this journey with my peers and teachers, so that being said, please enjoy all of the hard work we've put in these past couple semesters tonight.
And okay, so I'm sitting here with one student who's done a tremendous job with her work, Maddie Griffin. All right, Maddie. So we've been in multiple classes. We showed countless jokes, a lot of laughs, and honestly, it has been really fun. All right, so you've seen a lot of major success with your work, including 3 of them here tonight. How does that make you feel?
Well, it feels pretty great because I spent a lot of time on the videos, pulled a lot of all-nighters, learned a lot from Adobe After Effects and stuff and Premiere Pro, so it's pretty exciting to see my stuff here.
So you've been on live TV before on WOC's Delmarva Life. Tell me about your experience with that.
Well, Rob told me the day before, or like 2 days before or something, so I got really nervous, of course. I didn't know if I could do it because I've never been on TV, so it was pretty exciting, pretty quick. We rehearsed the lines before, so I knew what to say, and yeah, it was cool, but it was really nerve-wracking.
So we're all curious. What are your plans after you're finished here at Del Tech?
So I am starting to freelance on various websites like Upwork and Fiverr, and I basically just want to continue with my art and my paintings and my shows and stuff like that. So yeah, my goal is to do music video editing, but just any sort of creative outlet that I can, pursue would be awesome.
All right, well, Maddie, that is very great. I hope we stay in touch in the future. Good luck. All right, so here we are with a future graduate, Chrissy Rohrbalg. Chrissy, what are your thoughts on graduating next month?
It's extraordinary. It's been a long road, but I'm glad to finally be there. A little bittersweet because I'm really going to miss the routine and miss all the great people and instructors that I've been dealing with over the last few years. But I'm glad to be there.
All right. So can you tell me some of your favorite memories from this program?
Oh, there are so many. There was a lot of good trips to Phillies games or down at WBOC TV station, things like that. Just the education alone was a good experience for me. I was able to create a lot of work that was in photography exhibits and local film events and things like that. So it's just a really good feeling to be able to put stuff out there.
So you were called this program's most outstanding student for this past semester. How does that make you feel?
Feels pretty good. Considering there's an abundance of talented students at Del Tech in the communications program, I feel pretty lucky, and I'm actually very grateful to be selected as the outstanding student.
That's awesome. I'm sure we'll hear a lot about you in the future. Thank you very much, Chrissy. All right, so let's hear for one more clip from our host, Olivia Tennefoss.
Hey everyone, my name is Olivia Tennefoss. I'm from Greenwood. My favorite color is purple, and this is my second semester here at Del Tech. The communications staff here have been so great because they're good at what they do and they love what they do, and that makes a huge difference. My favorite project so far was in graphic design when we had to take two things and put them together as a linked object. So I did a painting depicting life and death. It took me like 14 hours, but it was totally worth it because I loved how it turned out. Hope you all enjoy the showcase.
All right, guys, I am here with the owner of Modern Eye Media and our new comm instructor, Mr. Josh Norwood. So, Josh, can you tell me about some of the changes in preparation you've gone through since last year you were an event goer and now you're actually a comm instructor?
Well, being behind the scenes, it's been really amazing to see quite how student-run this production has been. I mean, you guys have done a phenomenal job of putting it together, organizing it, rehearsing your lines, blocking and everything. It's amazing.
All right, and how was your first year teaching as a comm instructor?
It was very eye-opening. I've been doing graphic design and sign making for about 20 years now. And so teaching the students and bringing along helps you see a lot more things in the programs that I use on a day-to-day basis, and just opened up my eyes to certain things that I hadn't even used before to enhance my work.
All right, and now I'm not the best graphic designer, so when you get your handful in a class full of like new students that don't really know graphic design, how was their first year learning it and how was teaching it?
Well, it's a new class, so literally a new class for the program, and they went really good. They were very encouraging and very good at working well with each other to learn the new software, the vector versus raster, and really open their eyes onto a critical way of thinking and looking at graphic design.
All right, well, thank you, Mr. Norwood. That is all the time we have, guys. We're going to go to a brief video of Haley Miles talking about creative writing, and then we're going to have an interview with Mary Borger. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, my name is Haley Miles and I'm a communications student. In the program, we learn to express ourselves visually, but what about the written word? Creative writing teaches communication students how to express our creativity through words. And writing is really important in our major. We write to plan photo shoots, storyboards, and write attention-grabbing headline. You get the point, it's really important. Enjoy the show!
Okay, I'm here with instructor Mary Borger, who also works for WBOC. Now, how do you bring your experience from WBOC to your students in the classroom?
Well, I've been in broadcasting for over 25 years, so I've got a wealth of experience, but it's just, I'm so glad that I have the opportunity to share it with my students. I teach both Media and Society, which is an intro class, as well as a law class, so I can take some of what I've learned in my day-to-day work and then share it with the students. It's such a thrill to do that.
How do you, with our live stream here, how do you think an event like this can help prepare students that want to go into television?
Well, this is a great opportunity for the best of the best at Del Tech to showcase what they have, what they've done over the semester. So this is a great resume builder. They can really work, because it's something for them to work to achieve, so that then now they're showing it off and they can put it on their resumes.
Now, what's your favorite part here tonight?
Well, it's kind of a toss-up. I really like the photography as well as the short films. Those are my favorite. And then I'm looking over across your shoulder and I see some infographics, and I don't remember seeing those in the past, so those are really cool too.
Okay. And so each student has to draw inspiration for their work. Where, if you had to do one of these projects, where would you draw your inspiration from?
Goodness, I really go online a lot. Through social media, I follow tons of TV stations and newspapers online, on Facebook, and then I go on YouTube and I search. I just really look to others to see what they're doing to then find out what, give me some spark my ideas.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for spending the time for us. And now we're going to go to a video that shows our year in review and some more fun behind the scenes that we've had this year.
When I was a kid, I used to torture animals. How'd that date go with that guy last night, man?
What was your favorite animal to torture?
People. They're the most dangerous animal.
That is true.
You want to be next?
All right, guys, we're about halfway through the show. We have a lot more coming your way. Willie, what else do we have to show them tonight?
Guys, when we come back, we're going to have Rob Rector and DJ Magellan taking stage, introducing creative writing, advanced photography, and our short films. Olivia, what do you got to say?
We've been having so much fun, but seriously, it's not over. Right now, we're going to go to a video about my co-host, Willie, here, and we're going to be seeing what he's got to say about his experience with video production.
Stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Willie Brown. This is my 5th semester here at Delaware Tech. The communications department as a whole is amazing, but if I had to choose, video production would be my favorite class. From learning the various aspects such as shooting, editing, directing, it was a cool thing to see my personal progress that I made in shooting my own videos. My favorite project was probably the film I made called The Goal. It was a little short, inspiring film that I made, and I applied everything I learned in video production, and it made it such a cool video to watch. I hope you enjoy the show.
We're about to get started here in just a second. Welcome to the 2018 Multimedia Showcase. Let's give the students a round of applause. Give it 30 seconds. Or let's just start now. My name is Brandon Paul. I'm also known as DJ Magellan. I work at Ocean 98.1 FM, Secret's radio station in Ocean City. Yeah, we got one listener. Thanks, I appreciate that. I graduated from Del Tech 5 years ago with an associate's degree in communications, and that's where we're here tonight, for communications. Before we get started, I just want to thank Mr. Rector and Ms. Farley for bringing me back once again. I don't know why, but they do, so I appreciate that. It means a lot to me to be here, that's for sure. I definitely owe a lot to Delaware Tech. They've done a lot for me, and I wouldn't be up here or where I'm at in life, to be honest with you, without Delaware Tech. So, Delaware Tech, round of applause. A degree in communications is based on the Greek and Latin studies of language and how they could be used as tools to benefit all of society. These ancient teachings are the foundation for many modern societies and form the core of studies in communications. I graduated high school in 2009, and I knew from the day I graduated I wanted to work with radio, communications, anything in the entertainment field. When I went to college there at Northern Virginia Community College, they didn't have any communications program. So for my first year, I just did general studies. I flunked. I didn't want to do it. I was trying to find my way around going to school, and I knew what I wanted to do with my future, and that was communicating and radio. So I went and took a beach trip down to Delaware, and I found a flyer for Delaware Tech. And I thought to myself, well, this is cool, they have communications, but what's in Delaware? I don't know where Delaware is. I'm from Virginia, we're outside DC, and Delaware had nothing for me, but I was wrong. Delaware rocks. I love Delaware. So I went and did the whole thing. I went to Delaware Tech, got my degree. I went and did, as we all know, we have to do the internship, and I was looking around, I said, this is my opportunity. The internship's a big deal. At the time, I was like, I just want to find something and be done with school. But not really. I wanted to find something that I wanted to do with my career, and that was radio. So I went out and found an internship at a radio station that was hiring. There was a radio station in one of the biggest nightclubs on the East Coast. That's a no-brainer. I had to do it. And I did. And the day I graduated, I started with a part-time job. I went full-time within a couple months, became social media director, production manager, and the list goes on, and I owe it to Delaware Tech. To be honest, I do. This isn't about me, though. This is all about the communications department in general. I'm just one of the success stories, but there's many, many of them, and I'm sure some of these students tonight are going to be just as well in their future because of Delaware Tech. The communications department at Del Tech really helped me shape my future, and the communications department is a family, an organization that will always mean a lot to me. So thank you, Delaware Tech and the communications program. Now everybody give a standing applause to Rob Rector.
And one more for DJ Magellan, please. Yes, thank you. All right, so I'll try to be brief because I know we're all here to see the students' works, but we have to thank a few more people tonight. But first, thank you all for attending. This is our 4th year that we've done this program, and those of you who are returning attendees, you'll notice that before, we worked in augmented reality, we worked in virtual reality, and this year is probably our most audacious, where we're doing a multi-camera live stream, and I don't know, it's feeding out directly onto YouTube, and we can provide you the links later as well, but it's virtually working without a net. So, I mean, the students, they exhibited just like the top tier of what you need to do to perform in the communications industry tonight. So they did an amazing job, and I want to give them a round of applause in the back. So I need to also thank, we have several distinguished guests here from Delaware Tech and my bosses, and but they're the ones who support us when we come up with these crazy ideas of wanting to do something like a live stream multi-camera feed on YouTube, and they support us. Therefore, it supports our students. So I want to thank them from the entire communications department for allowing us to create such memorable nights like this. So thank you very much, Delaware Tech. And speaking of Delaware Tech, we have several members that are key to the communications team, so I want to make sure that they at least raise their hand and get noticed. And in no particular order, but Miss Kit Parker. Where are you, Kit? Miss Mary Borger in the back, you can see her. Miss Keith White. Mr. DJ Josh Norwood. There you are in the back. Mr. Keith Mosier. And our sole full-time employee in the communications department, our full-time instructor in the communications department, Ms. Jessica Farley. Wonderful sport. I mean, these people are an amazing group of talented, dedicated instructors, and they're the ones who push the students probably past where they wanted to go, but they create works of art like you see in the back there, and they're amazing to work with. I'm proud that I can be a part of it. Then we also have Ms. Jennifer Morley, who worked with our creative writing students, who you're about to see in a minute. Where's Ms. Morley? She's probably out there working with them right now. So, but last but not least, I have to thank our educational lab specialist. She embodies what our communications department mantra is. We call ourselves small but mighty, and that is Ms. Chelsea Wooten right there. So I also want to thank the Milton Theater, because this is such an awesome location for us to be here for 4 years. And in particular, Mr. Fred Munzert, I don't know if he's around here, but the Milton Theater has been so amazing and have embraced us and allowed us to shove all of our equipment in the back here and set up and make this such a special night. And as you know, there is no charge for the Milton Theater for this particular event, but the Milton Theater does have more than 300 shows in 2018 alone, from comedy to kids camps, all kinds of things. And if you are so inclined, I would please consider donating to the Calliope Project or donate directly to the theater in here. So help to sustain arts in Sussex County and programs such as the one you're attending tonight. So thank you, Milton Theater. All right, and then last but not least, oh, Mr. Rob Waters. Where's Mr. Rob Waters? I know, I'm sorry. Mr. Rob Waters, our advanced video. This is what I get for going off script, sorry. So finally, a big thank you to the friends and the family members and the business owners who are in our audience tonight, who have allowed us to work with your students, with your children, and allow us to help create marketable communication students. And I'll let you know that there are many students who are going to be graduating a month from now, so business owners, some of your future employees are right in the back there, so be sure to reach out and chat with them and change business information. So in just a few minutes, you're going to see a number of videos on the screen. It's from our various classes that we have, from advanced video to advanced photography, intro to film, so on and so forth. It's a number of films that you'll be seeing, and it's everything from comedy, romance, and it represents the entire spectrum of our students' talents. But before that, we have the creative writing students who are about to take a stage, who have worked with our photography students. They created original pieces that they have written, and they were inspired by our photography department and the pictures that our photography students, our photography class, and the pictures that our photography students had taken. So I will pass it over to them. I'll be back on just to kind of lead us out a little bit and say goodbye to our grads. But again, thank you all for attending, and let's welcome the creative writing students.
Hello, my name is Carissa Scott. Today I'll be reading jewelry. When she is in her room, Anna wears sparkling jewelry. Whether it be a ring, necklace, bracelet, or earring, all made from different types of metals nearby, done by an expert, beginner, or robber. in a store or by mail, presidents to semi-presidents, either expensive or not, in a Waterstone with animal raisin, always. Thank you.
My name is Shelby Hart, and I'll be reading Body Modification. Why do you do those things to yourself? Didn't they hurt? Why would you pay so much money just to get stabbed a bunch? Do they all have a story? What do your parents think? Do they approve? Didn't you think you were pretty before? What are they really adding to you? Didn't anyone ever tell you that God made you perfect? Do you really think people are attracted to that stuff? Don't you think people might be scared of you? Are you trying to look tough? What if you regret them one day? Aren't they going to look bad when you get old? Won't they affect your future? How are you going to get a real job? Why are you getting so defensive? Don't you want my opinion? Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sam Krim. I'll be reading Heist. The city glowed beneath them, filled with cheer and celebration. High in the air, engines drowned out the frivolities. A dropship hung in the air, passengers preparing. Felix watched and waited, counting the seconds. A light flashed, a siren blared. He smiled underneath the mask. The ship's doors opened. 3, 2, 1. Showtime. Dropped.
Hi, my name is Haley Miles, and I will be reading Are They Staring at Me? Where did I put my makeup bag? On the shelf or under the bathroom counter? Do I have time to attempt eyeliner? What if I look like a raccoon? Will they make fun of me? Why is my mirror so dirty? Will Adam be there? Should I go for a natural look or a glamorous one? Is this lipstick color too loud? Am I confident enough to pull this off? What if I overdo it? Will they notice? I don't want to look fat. What outfit should I wear? Does this color wash me out? Do I have an eyeshadow color that will match this? Is there an easier way to style my hair? It looks bad, doesn't it? Did Adam say his favorite color is blue, right? Have you seen my blue jacket? Oh, what time is it? My nail polish is chipping. Does it make me look gross? Should I wear a ring or will it bring attention to my nails? Why is it so hot in here? Do I smell bad? I sprayed too much perfume on. Is it suffocating? Heels or boots? Do you have directions to the party? Should I bring makeup for last-minute touch-ups? Where are the car keys? Are we going to be late? We don't want to be the first ones there, do we? Who is driving? Me or you? How do I look? Should I make a left or right at Front Street? Do you want to stop for gas before or after the party? It's raining. Did you bring an umbrella? We're here. Should I pull into the driveway or park on the street? Do you see Adam's car? Should I go talk to him right away or should I wait? Such uncomfortable shoes. Am I walking funny? Can you get me a drink, please? Why isn't Adam making eye contact with me? Oh God, why is that girl touching his arm? What do you mean just friends? When did this happen? Why do I even bother with love? Are those girls staring at me? How badly is my makeup smeared? Why am I still at this party? Can we go home now, please? Thank you.
Hello, I'm Ashley Ross, and I'll be reading for you tonight Blue-Eyed Daisy. She stepped out into the gleaming sun, gazing at sand. A small daisy shot out from the ground happily. It greeted her with such delight and joy. She plucked it up, threw it away, and it floated on the water, and never came back again. It was a friend, not a foe. She's lost, anyways.
it's delicious. I recommend it.
Excuse me. Excuse me, miss.
Wait. What do you need?
How much is the vanilla ice cream with chocolate syrup?
$2.
Miss?
One moment, please. Hurry up.
How much is the ice cream without chocolate syrup?
$1.
Okay, can I get it, please?
Katie, ice cream's up.
Can I tell you a secret? It's been 3 days since I last slept. I'm up to about 200 milligrams now, but that's not the secret. He's gone. Did you hear me? Gone. The old me is gone. The Adderall is working, and damn if this drug doesn't feel good. Why haven't I done this before? I can get so much more done now. Damn if these dishes don't look immaculate. Perfection. Even the dumb basketball game is intriguing. The ball goes into the hoop. It's so simple.
Good job, guys! Oh my god, that was fantastic!
That was better than the NBA!
It didn't. It was just. Oh my.
So I started watching
Seinfeld? Dude, there's this one episode where George is at a kid's birthday party, right? And he just smells smoke or someone yells fire or something, and he just starts running towards the door, he's screaming and everything, let me out, and he's just like pushing little kids over, he's pushing old people over, and there's not even a fire, man. Classic Seinfeld.
Okay.
You're not believing any of this either, are you? This is the 7th day without sleep. At least I think. There it is again. That sensation of drowning, struggling under the water, sinking. There's no recovering, not from this. I'm crashing. This is the fall. And the closer I get, the greater the pull, and the more I feel it. He's back.
I've been feeling so out of it lately. I feel like I don't recognize myself anymore. Who am I? Why do I live in fear? How will I find my true self again? Where am I? I feel at peace here. Wait, is this me? I don't ever want to leave this place. I think I'm in heaven. Who are they? Where are they taking me? Am I even real? I want to go back. I don't feel safe anymore. I feel strange. Am I even real? This realm is so dark and empty. Am I in hell? Wait, this isn't who I am. I have to get back to my host. Am I even real? I need to remember her. I have to get back to my host. I can only see her before it's too late.
We're not getting a cat.
The cats are so cute and they're so much fun.
Yeah. Saying a cat is fun is like saying I enjoy your mother's cooking.
What? That's just rude. You're awful.
So bye, Miss.
Just because you changed the music does not mean this conversation is over. We're definitely getting a cat.
I didn't change the music.
Oh, neither did I.
Look out! This'll be the day that I die.
Yeah, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I had another nightmare.
It's still about Shelby.
Yeah, they're not getting any easier.
Well, it's been a month, right? Is it still about the shadow thing?
Yeah, they've all been intense, but this one, I don't know, this one felt different.
You should go get some help or something.
I don't think there's any help for me.
911, where's the emergency?
Something that happened in my dream and it's actually happening.
Okay, so what did you dream about that's happening? Okay, how old are you?
I'm 18.
Is there an adult there?
The day the music died.
I'm not antisocial. I'm not. I'm around people all the time. It's exhausting. Don't get me wrong. I've got some awesome friends, but they just don't get it. Sometimes I think a good hot cup of tea can help, that the heat might still my shaky hands. But it doesn't. Not really. Can they tell I'm not paying attention anymore? That I'm zoning out and into my thoughts? I should tell them that sometimes I just need to be by myself, to recharge from being around so many people. They're my friends. They would understand. Or maybe they'll think I don't like to spend time with them. I really don't want that. Social anxiety is so demanding and ever-present. And here I am, about to finish its daily routine. I'm not antisocial. I just need some space. Sorry.
Maybe you should be studying with her. She's the older sister. You should be leading by example. Okay. So you got an A? A! Oh my gosh, that's like your second one this week.
I want to make a video. Well, it just so happens, so do I. What if I made an action movie? Do you even know what you need to get started on something like that? You need props, you need actors, you need special effects. Just think smaller. What if I started making vlogs? You've seen how beautiful the people making vlogs today are, right? You think anyone wants to look at your ugly ass? I could make a low-budget horror movie. Now we're talking. So they'll like see Chelsea at the end of the hallway, right? And then Rector will be going to go get her. And then Baggy's gonna be like, brah! And then he's gonna be like, ah! Will you shut the up? God. That is some ugly drawing. You're sure you have everything? Card, SD, all that. Last time, yes, I have everything. All right. Let's go. It's nice to finally get out of the house. I can't believe I live in your brain. They're gonna hate it.
Soft like shadow, dark like mystery. Like the shade between sun and set. Like the twilight that falls over the city. How I loved you in silhouette. You resembled a sprite in those fading hues. Your magic enhanced by the dimming day. And it was there that we existed, until the ties that bind began to fray. I longed for the sunshine or the dark. I couldn't live in the lapses between. You were content with blurred horizons. but I was trapped along their seams. The dawn breaks slow and even now. Our last sun long since set. I've dreamed in living color. I leave you
I love you.
in silhouette.
What I see is just the people that are addicted to heroin. They're having a heck of a time trying to get away from it. So it's horrible stuff. I mean, I think that heroin stuff I think it's made in hell itself, and brought to the surface. My name is Jim Martin, and I work here as the director of the AIDS Center. We have 2 locations, one in Georgetown and one in Seaford. And a large part of the folks that are dropping in are struggling with addiction. So then the next question is, who's addicted to illegal drugs? And the most common right now is heroin. And I think it's very, very common now because it's so inexpensive. And also I know that there was a big demand created by the prescription drugs. I think people slowly became addicted. And then when the doctor says, okay, we're done with the pills, you have to find another way for your pain management, they go right to the street heroin. And it completely decimates you. Economically, because heroin causes homelessness. It causes complete devastation economically. So I mean, you're talking about just, no car, no home, no job, and it also has fingers in it too, where it spreads, tentacles, I should say, tentacles into other people's lives, because they're stealing, they're lying, they're manipulating, and also it's inexpensive to buy. So we're talking like little petty crimes. The rummage through your car for pocket change, and that would be enough to get their next hit. But there is a system. The system of care is there. The biggest problem we have in Sussex County is transportation. The lack of transportation, getting people around. There are places to go. Another thing about Sussex County is there's no inpatient options. Right here in Sussex County, there's always outpatient. But then after they get their morning dose, where do they go? They go to the street. They literally go to the street because they have nowhere to go. Imagine having nowhere to go. Nowhere to go to the bathroom, no place to have a meal, no money, no walking around money. So it's a really tough environment for people that are addicted. And in comes the AIDS Center. The AIDS Center is a place for people to come during the day, provided that you keep moving forward in your recovery. Because I believe a lot of times when you're talking about addiction, the reason the person is addicted is because they lack connection. So the opposite of addiction is connection in the way I like to look at it. So what I try to always do is connect people.
What I love most about beer is the feeling it gives you after a long, hard day at work and just sitting down on the couch and cracking one open, relaxing a little bit. And that's what it's really all about, right?
Big Oyster Brewery was a brewery that was started to accompany a popular seafood like raw bar small restaurant chain in Rehoboth. And now it's its own restaurant and its own brand and its own image. So it's kind of branched away from that seafood restaurant.
A good beer. Well, beer itself is made with 4 main ingredients. It is barley, yeast, water, and hops. and then the varying degrees at which you add those will give you different styles and flavors of beer. We make beer kind of all over the scale in the beer world.
So we make beers that, styles that originated in Germany, styles that originated in the UK, and also American styles of beer. So we make everything, but what we make the most of are American style IPAs. So we always have those showcased at the front of the menu. We usually have 5 or 6 on tap. We're gonna have 5 or 6 on tap here. And American style IPAs are basically the most bold, in-your-face, hoppy types of beer that you can make. Aside from those, we also make a disproportionate amount of barrel-aged beer. So we always have quite a few beers on tap that are actually aged in wine barrels. So it's kind of like a beer-wine hybrid crossover. And they're fermented with yeast strains that used to be considered kind of bad for beer, and that are just now starting to be used to make new, interesting flavors and things like that. With one of our beers, like one of my favorite beers we make is On Point Stout. And we call it On Point Stout because a buddy of ours, Sean, he roasts coffee, he's a coffee roaster, at the Point Coffee House, which is in Rehoboth. So we go and we'll roast coffee with him. Basically, we get to sit around and drink beer while we watch Sean make the coffee, roast coffee. And then we take that and we cold steep it, kind of like we're making cold press coffee, into our stout, along with some vanilla beans. And so that's why we call it On Point Stout. And that's kind of like a local coffee stout.
I think the beer connects to the local area in a couple ways. First, it gives a way for locals to support your business because, we make beer primarily for our area. Like, we direct it towards our area. We want to have them drink our beer. Going forward, our brewery is kind of in a nice transition stage right now. We're expanding. We just opened our second expansion. So we'll see where we can go with the volume we can produce now. But I think our goal is just keep expanding and providing our community with great beer.
The company, they hatch them, they bring them on a semi. It's a heated environment for them because they can't monitor their own heat when they're just a few hours old. So then they bring them in on a semi, open up the end doors, and we run them in to the brood sections in the middle of the house. It's 92 degrees in there.
They come in and then we raise them to about, these are 49 days when they go out. They'll be about 6 to 6.5 pounds usually when they go out. Corn is the major, and then soybean meal, and then sometimes they'll mix wheat in, but everything is 100% organic. They make sure of that, and they test every load that comes in to make sure that it is organic. You see the feed bins right here. There's switches inside that tell this when a hopper gets low enough, it runs this auger.
It just runs in automatically. It's got switches in there, and there's 6 hoppers, there's 6 different feed lines, and it fills them up, and there's a switch in there that shuts it off when they get full, and then there's a feeder that runs the length of the chicken house, and about every 2 feet there's a feed pan about that big or whatever that it drops down in as it goes through that auger. The challenge probably is getting everything perfect. You get paid based on your performance, which is the cost per pound. So how much feed you use to make a pound of chicken versus how much fuel you use also, that all gets calculated together, and then whoever has the highest cost ends up on the bottom. Whoever can be the most efficient with the feed and fuel and grow the most amount of pounds with the least amount of feed and fuel will get the highest ranking, and then you're paid based on that. So the challenge would be making sure that everything's perfect in there for the chicken, that they have the optimum environment.
Today's the 27th annual Polar Bear Plunge to benefit Special Olympics Delaware. It's an event that started out with just 72 people 27 years ago. This year we expect close to 4,000 people are going to jump into the Atlantic Ocean, all to benefit Special Olympics Delaware. Special Olympics Delaware offers 19 sports to more than 4,000 children and adults with intellectual disabilities here in the state of Delaware. This event has raised more than $10 million over the past 26 years, and so we are excited to have a great crowd. The weather is cloudy, but it looks like we're going to get through this without the rain that is expected later on. And we have a lot of Eagles fans here today who are looking forward to getting home and showing off their Polar Bear Plunge sweatshirts at those Super Bowl parties.
Oh, we're here for the Polar Bear Plunge to support Special Olympics Delaware and to freeze for a great cause.
We are here for the Delaware Special Olympics, and we've been coming 15 years supporting Special Olympics Delaware. And we have a group called the Correctional Plungers, and we group of employees from the prison up in Smyrna. And we enjoy coming here supporting everybody, and it's just a great time we've been doing it. This is the whole group here, and we're taking newcomers as they come. So.
I'm here to support my son and my sister that takes place in the Polar Plunge and to support the Special Olympics itself.
I plunge.
I hold towels. I've never done it. My son and my sister have, but never me. I'm not going in. I'm just here for support.
This is an event that the plunge, even though the plunge raises a lot of money for Special Olympics, one of the best things that comes about from an event like this is that we're going to have more than 15,000 people that are going to be standing on the boardwalk watching the bears go into the ocean. And when they do that, they realize who this benefits, which is our Special Olympics athletes, and it brings a lot of awareness to the organization, which is important not only for what Special Olympics does in providing sports, but more importantly is it makes people aware of the abilities of people with intellectual disabilities. And so we always talk about how great the money is that comes from an event like this, but the awareness that is derived from the people who are here, who a lot of them don't know what Special Olympics is and who it serves. And so that awareness is something that we just can't put a price tag on. And so an event of this magnitude raises a heck of a lot of money for the organization, but the amount of awareness that comes from it is something that we just can't measure.
The disease of addiction makes you a person that you are not. And I just wanted me. I just wanted to find me. On September 25th of 2016, I don't know what that particular day was, but I decided to wave my white flag. I'd had enough. Being clean and sober and getting up in the morning and your first words aren't, oh crap, that's a good feeling. Just to be able to spend time with my daughter is how my life has changed. I just couldn't put her through that again. I was trying to get clean and sober for my daughter or my mother, but this time I wanted it for me. And you have to do it for yourself first before you can do it for anyone else. You have to do it for yourself. When I surrendered, in 2016, I had been in a total of 13 in and outpatient rehabs. I crave all the time. I'm an addict, I'm an alcoholic, so I just sit still and it does pass. And that's how I get through it. I just don't pick up. It's not an option anymore.
The number one thing would be to tell my mom that I'm so sorry, but she's not with us anymore. And my major sacrifice, of course, was not being able to see my little girl grow up a lot. But I can't regret it because it's made me who I am today.
My suggestions for anyone that has a heroin problem, try to find your nearest narcotics meeting or your nearest alcoholics meeting and get with people that share and understand your problem of addiction. back in the 80s, they would close and say that an addict in the world dies every 6 minutes. Well, now it's every 6 seconds.
Business owners, they're ready to work. So talk to them. All right, enjoy, mingle, look at the events that you haven't seen right now. And again, thank you. I hope you were as moved as we were watching everything on the screen. It was a phenomenal night, and thank you for being a part of this.
Hey, 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 goodbye.
My heart is sad and lonely. Yo. I have far.
Yeah. 901 Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive. Ooh. Came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, f them dog, we gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I split it with the guys. We up on the other side.
We should try. No, we should try to do this real quick.
Baby, I've been tripping off from tie me up and send them off it. I've been on a mission for it. I just want my own apartment. I just want a space with my own best friend. Lock me in your cellular, won't elevate again.
I want macaroni and cheese with my mouth.
What? What'd you just say?
Hey, all my life I've been limitless, never had a limit. Yeah, rolling around in the roar, you still in the Civic. Yeah, rolling around in my city, I feel like I'm Diddy. Yeah, all these aces suckers, I show them no pity. Young got a floss, hey, dabbing on them with the sauce. Feeling like a young.
What are you supposed to say?
All right, Jada, your turn.
Say something gangster.
All right, just keep talking.
Hi, Willie.
All right.
Why are you always videoing everything in here?
Say funny, she said your favorite one.
I know, I'm just saying that effect, okay? I can't state the fact that they weren't funny, bro.
That's fine.
So,
Just thought.
Thank you all for tuning into our live stream. We've been having so much fun. That was a great presentation, and we're really glad you had a good time.
All right, I just want to have a huge shout out and a big thank you to everyone running behind the scenes. We couldn't have done it without Jeff Melvin, Howard Mumford, and Billy Vogues.
Our live stream, the shorts did kind of glitch out, but don't worry, that will be uploaded today at a later date. But I know you guys are happy to see our faces come to an end, but we couldn't have done this event without any of the other students' work. Students, can you guys all come out here? Both sides, come on guys, let's get it in. All right guys, this is the Communications Department 2018. This is the showcase. You guys have a great night.